sure to check out Ageless Geeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How's everybody doing today? No.19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Figurized Mechanics Dragon Ball Bulma and her motorcycle. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So we do get the basic style box when it comes to the Figurized line. So on the front here, we do get a cool image of Bulma on the bike along with Goku on the flying Nimbus. As Figurized Mechanics Dragon Ball. We do get the Toy Animation and Funimation stickers. Then it does say Dragon Ball Figurized Mechanics, Bulma's variable number 19 motorcycle, 3-mode variable kit. As you can see, you can put it in 3 different modes, which is pretty awesome. And then Bandai. And then here's the bottom of the box, and it does display a bunch of cool images of the motorcycle and Bulma. And then here is the top of the box displaying more images of the model kit, and we do get the warning and blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. And then here's the one side of the box, and then the other side, same thing, we just get the warning and blah 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 stuff. And in the back, there's nothing on it at all. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this model kit open and take a closer look at Bulma and her motorcycle. And right when you open the box, we do get the instructions on how to build the model kit, and then we do get all the different bags with all the different pieces. If you would like to see my speed build video, it should pop up right around here. But anyway, let's continue on. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and we'll take a look at the Bulma first, then we will look at the bike. And the Bulma figure looks alright. What I'm not a fan of, and what I think is the worst part about this set here, is the pre-posed arms and legs. I don't know why they did that. If they made them articulated, I'm 90% sure you'd be able to get her in the poses that all the pre-posed legs and arms are in. I don't know why they gave us the pre-poses. I guess just to make sure you'll be able to get her on the bike. But I mean, the sculpt looks pretty good on it. It does look like Bulma, the face right there. I do like the way the hair looks, and I do like how it's articulated. And I did mention in my speed build video that I couldn't get the ponytail in. It's because I forgot to put in the bow. So you put that in first, and then you peg in the ponytail, and I had no problems with that there. The eyes, you do put stickers on, which I'm not a fan of. I like the way the eyebrows look and everything, and the eyelashes. And her hair is very sharp, so be very careful with it. The torso here, the goggles look pretty cool. The torso looks nice. She has some nice sculpted wrinkles like in between her boobs there. You can see the sleeves are rolled up. You can see her shirt is tucked in the way they sculpted it. So I think the shirt turned out pretty nice. The arms I think look horrible because they are pre-posed. The legs here really aren't my favorite either because they are pre-posed. And of course, the Figurized standard line does not have any paintwork on it, so you're not going to see any shading or anything on the figure or the bike there. But I mean, the sculpted wrinkles look nice on the pants, and I didn't put the stickers on the belt. That is something else you do have to do. And the boots I think turned out pretty cool. I like the way the buckles look and everything. We get some sculpted wrinkles around the ankles and stuff. You could even see like some stitching on the back actually too, which is pretty cool. So that is the Bulma. Now let's take a look at the star of this set, which is her Transformer motorcycle. And the bike here is definitely my favorite out of the two from this set. The reason why I got this set is mainly for the bike, for my SH Figure Arts Bulma, which it scales really well with. It is a little bigger, but you can get the Figure Arts Bulma to work with it, which I'll show you shortly. But the bike I think looks great. The sculpt of it turned out really cool. You put a sticker right here, as you can see, the 19, the Capsule Corp sticker, and then you put one, I believe that's the gas tank. I'm not 100% sure on that, but one of my favorite things about this bike here is they gave us actual rubber tires. I love the way the rims look too. They gave us that like shiny silver plastic, and it also has shocks with the tiny springs right there. So really cool idea by Figurized, and I like the way the exhaust looks as well. I mean, very cool looking though. You get some guns or cannons on the front right here, which you can articulate. This is articulated since it can pretty much transform. It goes into 3 different modes. You have the motorcycle, a different mode, and then a different one, which I'll show you shortly. But I do like how you put a translucent plastic on the light right there, on the windshield, and then even on the Dragon radar and on her goggles as well. I mean, everything turned out pretty nice on it. You can see the engine over there. I mean, if you had some paint work on here, if you're a customizer or something, this will look so much better. If you had like a wash or something all throughout it, it'll look a lot better. But anyway, I think the detail turned out really nice on the bike and on the Bulma as well. They could have used some shading, but I don't know how to paint. I'm not a customizer, and these Figurized model kits do not include any paint. But anyway, let's continue on. Alright, so for BULMA'S vehicle, it can transform into 3 different modes. So the first form here that you are seeing is the motorcycle mode, of course, which is definitely my favorite out of all 3 of them. And then you do have the bipedal mode, and then you do have the trike mode. And like I said, I feel like the motorcycle looks the best. I'm gonna swap out the pieces to BULMA to show you which ones you need, but then I'm gonna transform the bike off camera because it's gonna make this review really long if I do show you guys me transforming it. So for the motorcycle mode, you need these legs and the extended arms. Now for the trike mode and the bipedal mode, you will need the bent arms, but for the legs, the bipedal mode, you need the fully extended ones. Then the sitting down legs you need for the trike mode. And every time you swap her pants, make sure to swap her gun holster as well. So we're going to do the bipedal mode next. So you do have to swap her arms here, and you do have to swap her legs. So we need the fully extended legs. You just get those, pop off the boots here, peg the boots on these legs. Then we need the bent arms here. So you peg those in like so. You can peg back on the gun holster, and then you got to unpeg the hands, peg them on the new arms here, and then BULMA is now ready for the bipedal mode. Now let me transform the bike here and show you what the bipedal mode looks like. And here is what the bipedal mode looks like once you transform the bike. I mean, it is really cool that they do have different modes, and you can transform the bike into 2 other types of vehicles. This looks like one she like walks around on. This one's my least favorite out of all 3, but you do move the guns forward. As you can see now, she's standing like on the back of the bike where she would be sitting down. You add the claw pieces in. It can stand up on its own. You're supposed to use the stand, but the stand is so bad, man. It can't even hold up the bike. So I would recommend using like a figure art stand, or maybe like a Mafex stand or something like that. You do put the Dragon Radar up on the handles right there. As you can see, it started tipping. Now these have little pegs in them. You're supposed to peg them into her feet, but it never works out the way I want it to, so I don't even really bother with it. But I just wanted to show you what the bipedal mode looks like here, which is pretty cool. But now let's transform it into the trike mode. And for the trike mode, once again, you do have to swap her legs. You do leave the arms in there this time. So unpeg the holster, get the feet out there, peg the feet into the sitting down legs, and then peg the holster in, and then just peg BULMA in on there. So let me transform this into the trike now. And last here is the trike mode, and this is my second favorite out of all 3 modes here. And this pretty much looks like the bipedal mode. All you do is just move the front wheels up a little bit more. You pull these things out here, which are on the front wheel, so her feet can rest on them, and then you do pull her seat up so she can sit on that. But it pretty much looks like the bipedal mode, just she's sitting down instead of standing up. And it is fairly simple to transform them into all 3 modes. You do get directions on how to do it, so it can help you out with it, but getting it back to the bike, you have to figure out how to do that on your own. But I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's very simple to put them in all 3 modes. I already memorized how to do it by now. But anyway, that is all the 3 different modes you could transform BULMA'S vehicle into. Let's keep moving on with this review. Moving on to the accessories, we get a few things included with BULMA and the bike. So we do get one of these stands here, and as I mentioned before, it's a horrible stand, and it does seem very fragile as well. So we do get that, and then we do get some interchangeable eyes, which are stickers since she doesn't have alternate faces. So we do have the eyes that I already have on the face that are looking straight ahead, and then you do get a set of eyes looking off to the right and looking off to the left there. Then we do get her goggles here, which is pretty damn cool looking actually. I like the clear plastic that you put on it. You do put a red sticker around it as well, and this is a very hard plastic, so you can't really get her to wear them or anything like that. And we do get this piece here, which I must have forgot to put on somewhere because it does have a peg, and it looks like it connects to something on the bike, but I must have missed it when I built figure. So we do get that stuff. Then we do get the 2 claws as we went over before, and they are articulated. We have a hinge on one side, a hinge at the other side, and the clamp can swivel around here, and where it connects into the bike you can move it around. But it does look pretty cool. The sculpt of it, I think, turned out pretty nice there. So we do get that stuff, and then we do get 2 sets of interchangeable arms. So we do have the bent arms here, which are meant for the bipedal mode and a trike mode. Then we do have the extended straight arms that are meant for the motorcycle mode. Then we do get the 3 different sets of legs here. So we have the straight legs, which are meant for the bipedal mode, the most bent knee legs, or legs, which are meant for the motorcycle, and then the sitting down legs, which are meant for the trike mode. So that is everything included with Bulma and the bike. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of Bulma and the measurements of the bike. So we'll go over the bike first. To the top of the windshield, it looks like it's about 3.5 inches tall. Then for the length of it, it seems to be about 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch long. Then for the height of Bulma here, to the very top of her purple hair, it looks like she's around 5.5 inches tall. And then here they are compared to the Figurized Standard Super Saiyan Blue Goku, the SH Figuarts Bulma, a Saiyan raised on Earth Son Goku, and Master Roshi. And then here they are compared to the SH Figuarts Kid Goku, Kid Krillin, the 2.0 Scouter Vegeta, and the Saiyan Armor Trunks. And then here they are compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and Bulma is really the main one with the articulation. The bike is also, since it does have 3 different modes, like these open, the windshield, and all the other pieces as well. And then the tires can actually spin around also, as I mentioned before. Now for Bulma here, she doesn't really have the best movement because a decent amount of the figure is pre-posed, but her ponytail is on a hinge, so it can hinge up that much and down that much. So good, like when she's riding on the motorcycle, looks like her hair is blowing in the wind, and it's connected to a ball peg, so you can move that all around and swivel it. Then we do get 2 joints at the neck here, so the upper neck joint, you can get her to look up really well, so good for motorcycle poses. Then she just looks down a tiny bit. You do get very nice pivot there, and then it does swivel. The lower neck joint really doesn't go forward and back too much, same with the pivot, and then it just slightly swivels, so you get better movement at the upper neck there. Now we do get a point of articulation at the torso and the waist, but the waist is pretty much articulation you really can't use. As you can see, this is really the most movement you're going to get out of it. If you force it anymore and swivel it, the joint's going to pop off, and you can't really make it go forward and back, so you do get most of the movement at the torso there under her boobs. So she just goes forward and back a tiny bit with the torso, just a little bit of pivot there, and then slight swivel as well. Then the arms are connected with ball pegs, but you really just only can get them to swivel, and even if you swivel them too much, it pops out of the joint, as you can see right there. So really not too much articulation there. And then we do get a swivel at the wrist, and then the holster for the gun can swivel. And then since the arms and the legs are pre-posed, you obviously can't move them around. But the boot here, at the boot cut, it does swivel. It does swivel at the ankle. The ankle really does not hinge up at all. Hinges down pretty good, actually. And then you get a tiny bit of ankle pivot. So she's really not loaded with articulation. She's just meant to sit in certain poses on the bike. But I'm going to show you some of the poses you can get her in with the bike, along with the SH Figuarts Bulma, right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the Figurized Mechanics Bulma and her motorcycle. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this set between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this set, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, and he does have it in stock right now, so you can head over to Agelessgeeks.com, or I would recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. as you saw with the bike, it does have a bunch of articulation. Drive it around the front wheel. My God, damn you! So be careful with it. So we do get that. Whoops, I dropped it. Alright, so for this, what the hell was that? Alright, so for BULMA'S vehicle, again, we have to swap, damn you! And then for the height of BULMA here, god damn you, biatch. Damn you, bipedal mode.